Hello, everyone. Welcome on into.
Hi.
Welcome back into the world of Ace Attorney. I already see. Oh my gosh, Sparko is already hyping up the chat. We going wild tonight. Yeah, we are here with the first stream of 2025. We're kicking things off with, of course, our traditional Sunday night Ace Attorney. So before we get started tonight, I do want to address a couple announcements that starting this year, you are going to be seeing me stream more frequently. We will not just be doing Ace Attorney, though. Hey, Star Wolf, welcome on into the stream, pal. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Star.
Yep. Yeah, that's that music's pretty much vibey. Yeah, that's Detective Bad's theme from this game. So we are, okay, anyways, I lost my train of thought. Alright, so we are going to be doing more games this year alongside Ace Attorney. We have plans to do Undertale this year, because this year is the game's 10th anniversary. I am very excited for that. We will also, of course, be continuing Night in the Woods. And then additionally, on the voice acting side, we are going to be playing a furry visual novel called Promises to Keep. My first ever furry visual novel. I'm very excited to dive into that game. I've heard it's absolutely amazing. And perfect timing, because today the announcement for the next update has dropped. It's January 24th. We may do a release day stream. Or somewhere around that time frame.
All right.
And additionally, I have many other stream plans as well as for all my other content. So please keep your eyes out. You could join my Discord or follow me on my socials to keep me up to date if you have not done so already. So with that said, let's continue solving the mysteries tonight. So let's get going. And let me just make sure I am streaming. I am streaming that.
Last time of Law and Order Special Forces.
Dun.
Dun.
Yeah, I am streaming that. Anyways, let's get going. Oh, where's my controller? There it is. All right.
Yeah. Right now we're finally at I think we're finally at a pivotal moment now because.
I think I missed
last time they kicked
because I wasn't.
They kicked Kay out of the courtroom, and we were kind of curious on you. Not you, but you.
Yeah, Callisto. For the sake of simplicity, I just refer to you by her first name, which is Callisto.
Yeah, not me, you.
Yep. Alright.
Not you.
Alright.
Anyway. Who's behind
I wasn't here from the previous two, so.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you'll be there later, because I'm waiting till the laundry is done. Alright, sounds good, Star Wolf. Alright.
Got it.
Alright.
Let's go.
What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent?
It smells like flowers. You got Kay.
Oh, I got K.
For now, you can do K.
Star Wolf will help us definitely whenever we go on, so we're taking some.
Oh, okay. Uncle Bad? Is this it?
Isn't that Detective Bad and K over there?
Looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. That's not quite it.
Aw, too bad. It's so pretty.
I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that.
That was perfume.
Since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it.
Thanks. I'll treasure it always.
Those two seem to get along rather well.
Oh, here, I got something else for you.
Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad.
Oh, we had a bit of a deal with the Swiss rolls. Oh, she has an eating animation. That's cute.
Oh, yeah, I ate one of these with Gummy.
Gummy. Oh, gumshoe.
Gummy is... He was trying to be nice to me because I was going to get in trouble. And And then he got in trouble because you lied to protect me. Gummy. I know you didn't kill Daddy.
Don't cry. Sure, they would be sad if you saw you crying.
I'm not crying.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Mister from before. It's the Mister from before and the lady too.
Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being?
You're not involved in the investigation, so it's best if you do.
Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. So, I'm related to the investigation.
Is that so, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us like kids not to mess up the crime scene. And now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You and also had a few things she also wanted me to look into. Got a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Don't get stuck in the trash again. Alright, I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister.
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it.
She's doing the little finger things.
Yep.
So, please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this, but in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. Alright.
I must find the real bad guy. Points at a mirror. You are the culprit.
Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for?
Something that concerns you, boy. I'll let you take a Francisca hunt just because it's only 3 people there, and I don't think that's gonna stay that way for a bit.
Okay. Oh? And I suppose it has something to do with Kay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point.
By the way, I'm just gonna say this right now because of my my throat right now. I'm gonna have Pabs do. I'm gonna have one of you two do Gumshoe. I'm not gonna do Gumshoe today because my voice.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You've done Gumshoe before, huh?
I don't have time to waste.
Sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again.
I don't have anything to say to you. Or your figure.
Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating over this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate.
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window. But that smell filled the air.
Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume.
Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap, no-name brand.
That it's a famous brand from overseas.
It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff.
No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl. You can have it.
I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail.
Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Okay. So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears, just fantastic.
Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. So you were in this room the entire recess?
Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least your story is consistent.
Hello, Waff Paws. Welcome on the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Oh,
Yeah. Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here.
Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in two different locations?
Guess I am.
Waff Paws is asking how you two are doing as well.
High on Skittles.
What about you, Fen?
I'm doing alright.
Interesting.
Also, eats chicken Alfredo.
Yes.
Speaking of the lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you.
Yep, and I'm doing well too. I'm doing well too. Nose boop from Blue the Lucariarch. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Hello. Let's keep it going.
Hey, yeah.
Alright, did you read that line, Fen?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Ooh, like that Roblox sound.
Yeah. Let's see.
Cool.
Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident, and as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case.
She actually hates me because I like Roblox. You knew?
I also know that today's trial involving the Cadopian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me, and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday, and the KG-8 incident.
You already know that much. Guess it'd be alright to tell you.
Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident.
Not exactly a happy story. Other than that, the people who were directly involved. You two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG-8 incident.
He had a lollipop.
I was holding a lollipop this whole time.
If
I
only it was
bought
a
it with
cigarette,
Robux. I bought it with Robux. Faraday,
What is
you
the-
and I,
Robux.
as you already know, we three were involved in the KG-8 incident. Edgeworth's like, I wasn't there with you. No, you. No, not you. You. Faraday and I were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries?
That trial was just a front.
Facade.
Yeah, but the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Armada Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. I
Then
wasn't killed. I was fine. No, not killed.
Then what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Devoret. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devoret was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat.
Boss man of the Amano Group? He can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do? Suspecting Mr. Amano being involved with smuggling?
I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Kochen, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday and Cece, I was supposed to protect them both.
Miss Yu did mention that as well, about how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of trap?
They put a pie down. I put a box with a string. I took the pie. The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. They put spikes in the box.
You mean you were fired upon?
You were shot at that many times in a one gunfight?
I was trying to escape the box. I just started shooting the box. No.
And then I missed, and then I missed again.
I hit my jacket a few times. Only about half of these are from that case. I didn't like my jacket afterwards, so I just shot the jacket. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself, screw this jacket. The lessons I learned from the KG8 incident.
I see.
I'm gonna stop the improv now. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu.
Hun, for more that, I thought you were gonna say I hit a brick. It hit my toe.
About when you
count my toe as my head.
About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict of the KG8 incident was handed down, was it not?
Yes, Faraday and I. We apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. That's why I have the scar.
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
Oh, she also shot me, but that's besides the point. Suppose not. You said it herself. I didn't say anything to you. No, you. I did say that she never wanted to see either of us ever again.
But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG8 incident had come to a close. We continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases.
It's no use!
The result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Is the ring really that big?
It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. I had never met you before. I'll kill you. Why? I'm gonna kill you.
Why are you killing
During
me?
another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney.
Her client was related to the smuggling ring and she was defending them?
Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best as she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. Who wants to do her?
I could do it real quick. I have my own agenda. Still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright?
And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer?
But words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest what I was going to do.
It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
You're so naive, little girl. Here, have a lollipop. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of a Von Karma?
Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman.
You two are still too young. But one day, you'll know what I mean. Enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. Yeah, we just met right now. That's all.
Alright.
Also, when he said it, and it's no use for more that, I decided to do a silver quote.
I know. I heard, hun.
So, what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You seem to know Kay fairly well.
I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together.
But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case.
I wasn't talking about law.
Did we touch a nerve?
I only have one thing to say to you. Ruffles. But also, no one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either.
I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary.
A lot of that.
You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me?
What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel.
I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu.
What?
The KG-8 incident and the second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu, however, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
House Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush, and just split it out already.
I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time.
Reason?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu.
It'll help you solve this case. And I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident.
I know, I yelled really loud.
No! Still accidentally whipped me anyway.
There are three main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, she has 3 legs. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Third, Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Fourth, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever.
I see. So those are the Yatagarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive feat.
The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape. Never tries to draw anyone's attention. And would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away.
But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. 7, I can't count. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodobian embassy. The Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence?
Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it?
That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure.
And just what sort of card is it?
Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Ben.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
Oh,
No. Hey, keep going. I'll explain later. There you go.
Zonin would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So, if you could please head over to the courtroom. It'd be much appreciated, sir.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
I became a
It has nothing
prosecutor.
to do with not breaking the rules.
I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Yeah, Classic Judge is back.
Hi,
Oh.
Classic Judge. How are you today?
Hello, Classic Judge.
You know what, Ben?
Do you want to switch? Do you want to switch Francisca and Judge, or do
Yeah,
you wanna...
because Ben hasn't had a chance to
I
voice
like
Classic Judge.
I like Ben's Judge a little better.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appears that his honor is still a bit dispirited. By the way, you missed one of the lines is that, like, Edgeworth literally thought to himself when he met Classic Judge for the first time, he was like, I really hope I don't... I'm beginning to sense that I want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge.
Well, good news. It's not your first case with him. It's the other guy.
Canadian judge was his first judge that he ever had a trial with.
And then
so.
I think Canadian Judge just left to the other place, so now he was stuck with this guy.
Yeah. It appears that his honor is still a bit dispirited. Oh, I already read that line.
For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand.
Oh yeah, we
Use my
cross-examined him.
turkey sandwiches.
Oh yes, finally got a turkey sandwich reference. Yeah, we cross-examined him too, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually cross-examined the judge.
Yeah, so that's why he thanked us.
I now have a good appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Franziska, there is no need to further depress his honor.
But I'm not trying to, Miles. I'm trying to compress him. Stomps on him hard.
Your honor, Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence? Your Honor!
Yes, I can help you.
I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Someone else say that for a second.
Your Honor. Do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job?
Yes, I'm sorry. And I would accept that the defense attorney has yet to arrive.
She is busy with the investigation, so let's keep this brief, shall we?
Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Bell are also included. So please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case.
Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men, this could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case, and maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth.
I placed all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you.
I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. But first... Oh,
goodbye.
I see what's over here, because there's something over here, too. Evidence that Miss Yu prepared is just sitting here on this table.
You know, you can't just walk off with it, right?
Of course I do. Miss Yu must have been caught off guard by her client's sudden accusation. I wonder how she would have defended Mr. Rell in that case if he was still alive. Okay.
Anyway,
No,
back to
no.
it. Oh, yeah, you keep falling by that arrow. Let's
Yeah.
just keep going.
Alright.
The arrow, okay.
So this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's bag.
You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right?
Yes, finally we can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we still have the time.
Agreed. I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the embassy murder. Sorry, I was eating some of the evidence.
And why is that?
The evidence. Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about.
Ah, don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something.
Don't try to order me around just because Papa chose you today.
I see someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma.
Also, we don't see the knife up close. There you are. Hey, Star. Miss Gellin.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Here.
I forgot. Did you do a better Francisca? Foxy scan for you.
I think it was the
Okay, so first stream Ziggy was doing Franziska, Pika did Franziska last week. So,
I guess we can just keep it as it. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still doing bad, so I think they'll show up again.
Yeah, and I know Kay will
Should
be
I
showing
go
up.
back to
We'll cross
Franziska?
the bridge when it comes to that. I'll just have
Yeah,
you.
I think-
Pabs, I'll have you continue to do Franziska for the time being until we move to another area.
You get
so-
yourself oriented there, Star.
Anyways.
so you continue or
Oh,
No,
but
not you. You.
oh me?
No,
So
yeah,
I'm Fran.
you, as in like Callisto. You.
yeah.
You'll say you.
Oh.
Say you and you.
Okay.
You.
Okay, so I'm reading. Sorry.
Anyway, it's also real to see the knife up close.
So we have the knife, the gun, and envelope. And what's this organizer doing here?
Oh, that's...
Sorry.
Fenn's doing
Yeah,
classic
I
judge
was
right now.
saying- Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
That's fine.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to tell you.
About what, Your Honor?
They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation.
But you's not here right now.
Detective Bad said that?
What a strange stroke of luck.
Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it, too. I won't rest until I... Yeah, we get it. You say that all the time, Edgeworth. Alright, first things first, the knifeu. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act?
And it's never crossed your mind that you use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? Okay, now the gun. This gun. It was originally used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Rell still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest.
Sir, just because you got here, I kind of want you to get, like, some practice with it there. I already did a lot of bad lines as of like a few minutes ago, so I'll let you do Princess Gun for a bit.
Alright.
Don't worry about it. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, go
Alright.
ahead.
And then, this gun was the original shooter's life. How ironic.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. Alright, well, I don't think the wallet.
Wallet.
Or organizer. Mr. Faraday's organizer. That is a small organizer. It appears that he was in the habit of using it.
It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rell convicted down in here.
You'd think that an organizer would be the size of like a binder or notebook, but no, that's literally the size of a wallet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that literally looks like a wallet.
I have collected
Honestly,
the evidence I need to prove that Mr. Rell was... I have collected the evidence I need to prove that Mr. Rell was the killer. Between the handgun Rell had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove he was the one. It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rell was the killer in the case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rell is not the real Yatagarasu. And it would appear that he had proof that Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. No matter how long he may try to play it, as long as I can have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. And apparently he also had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle, and I hope this finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Rell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu.
He had a way to prove that Mr. Rell was the guilty party in the Ambassador murder.
This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. And I already did that today, so...
Look! There's a picture stuck between these pages here.
Oh, that's the key. Go ahead.
It appears to be a key. I have a feeling that actually might be what Kay has in her hair all the time, actually.
Oh.
And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle.
Yeah, because one of the victims in this case was, Kay's dad. Yeah. The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday had mentioned in his organizer?
Yatagarasu key?
Detective Bad said something earlier.
Different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. The sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy, Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence?
Till now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
This...
Faraday must have been trying to keep his secret scheme safe.
As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and the smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
That certainly is odd.
Hey, okay. That knife and the key look very similar.
Yeah, they have the same handle,
Oh.
I think.
Dude, and now one has a more wiggly handle.
Yeah.
It's a brown handle, but it's wiggly.
Oh, it's more wavy.
Yeah,
It could be.
go ahead.
The weapon that was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
The gun.
Obvious. Was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rell. That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
In that case, how did you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse?
I need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there's one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Edgeworth, can I take in the fact that you had yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me?
Actually, I do know the answer, Francisco.
What? Then what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own, and it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse.
The evidence bag? I mean, like, it... Well, no, like, it's... The picture of the key.
itself.
Because, I mean, what does the knife look like again?
Because look at back. The craftsman of that.
Yeah, look at the knife again. Are we not allowed to look at the knife closely?
I guess not.
Because it looks weird. Alright, so...
Yeah, look, it's like the same design.
It's the butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually see the little butterflies on there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's... Well, should we present the key?
Save just in case.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, good call.
I
oh, no,
cannot save, but again...
We weren't prepared for this one here, so...
But I don't think we're gonna lose any health, because the health bar usually pops up if we... It usually pops up if we do lose something, so... Anyways, take that! This Yatagarasu key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Francisco, to see what I mean.
Okay, good.
Don't the color and the ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of the knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object that we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You so seriously mean to say?
It appears that you have finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are, in fact, one and the same. Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine the knife in a little more detail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's on the backside.
Backside.
It's a butterfly knife! That's what it is!
Ta-da!
Ah!
That's cool!
I can't believe it turned into a mystery! To think there was a threat to this thing!
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now.
Oh, really? That's cool. The key is a knife, and the knife is a key.
Frankly, I'm shocked.
Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that he even had no idea the key was hiding in a knife blade inside.
But if that's true, then there's only someone who knew about the key to knife trick. But you could have killed Mr. Faraday.
Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday, meaning that the only person who could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu.
that maybe Mr. Rel really was the Yakaratsu.
Not fair.
And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario?
No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier,
But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Then alright then. I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else. And that person is the real Yakaratsu.
it seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. No pun intended.
Several intended. Alright, finally.
I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started.
Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skin it.
I suppose I should explain it to you then.
Yes, you should. Perfectly and in its eternity, if you please.
On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. And you're to blame.
Wait, read that again. Wait, read that again.
It's shot in the
What
heart,
was
not
that?
shot through the heart.
Died of shock by being shot in the heart.
God in the heart.
He was so startled by being shot with a gun that he died.
I turned my volume up a bit. Hopefully it should be a bit better.
Mac
you
Rel was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot.
Simpleton of a man. That's what he is. He
Oh,
was.
by the way, you need to see his name. Get ready for this.
Mr.
Look.
Dead
Died man.
The best name ever.
Dead man.
Yeah.
Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rel was caught in the act on film by a security camera.
He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera.
The Cadopian Embassy's security system was supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area.
So, have you seen the content of the video for yourself?
Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly see Mr. Rel on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear.
So the footage includes sound, huh? I don't think I ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life.
Me neither. That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence, and the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappeared? Where did it go?
The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed?
I ate it. I was hungry.
Go eat your turkey sandwiches, Your Honor.
I thought it was
Are you
turkey
done with
jerky.
it? I thought it was a sandwich.
The judge is a
Anyway.
sandwich.
Are you done
He's
with your
judging
expression
you.
of the evidence?
Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence.
Your Honor, were you
Derelict.
Okay.
Your Honor, were you derelict in your duty?
What? No, I did not delete my duties. What do you take from me?
No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance video, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me.
But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tapes is still somewhere at the crime scene.
There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2.
Oh wait, that TV.
Alright,
It's
sorry.
Oh hey.
Oh.
September 10,
Alright.
6 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2.
Yep.
It's our good friend Lobby Z.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think Young...
Shang Z says.
Lobby.
That's Detective Bad, but who is he with?
I've never seen that officer before.
So, did you find it?
No, not yet. And I've looked everywhere.
I see. Well then, please continue with the search.
Understood. I'll continue the search right away.
Funny
So
bird.
you're the one running this show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes.
How dare you? Just who do you think you are?
A jerk.
Missed
Anyway.
opportunity, Franziska. You should have whipped him. Because he actually is a jerk who deserves to get whipped.
He'll get his turn.
What was that all
Anyway.
about? And who was that man just now?
Whoever he is, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life.
Does he even know that we're standing right here beside him?
I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids?
Looks like you were paying attention after all.
Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
Guy came here from the Republic of Zangfa to study. He's Agent L something. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world, studied different philosophies of attainment from scratch.
By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication.
He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that this statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, that little girl was poking around in the lobby number 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Fine, if this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him.
Or just go check out the VCR.
Yeah.
That is one tiny TV.
Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this, and I said it is huge compared to his own.
Anything you compare with something his own will always seem
Grandiose.
Grandiose.
Speaking of grandiose, I say that ego of yours could use a little deflating.
Okay, I guess we're not supposed to know that yet. Alright, what's up?
Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad.
Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say.
I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked you about what happened again, correct?
I don't have anything left to say to you.
Boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you one way or another.
Will you to help us even a tiny bit of our investigation?
If it did, I'd be dead by now. I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think?
Please, we are asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation.
Don't push me, kid.
I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime.
I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about? But aren't you supposed to know everything?
He should.
Only a minor
Wait, is it
god.
possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Alright.
And present him with the,
Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. It's my
Oh
job to know
my
everything
gosh!
related to the Yatagarasu case.
Jalen with the rate of 29! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
Hey yo, we're gonna be doing good now.
Oh my gosh, welcome in, Raiders. For those who do not know me, I am DJ Foxy, a hardstyle DJ, content creator, and Twitch streamer based in the amazing state of Michigan. Today we are playing Ace Attorney Investigations. I am joined by my wonderful friends, Pabo, Fenrez,
Hi.
and
Hi.
Starwolf.
Hello.
Welcome on in to the stream, everyone. How did your stream go, Jalen? Alright, anyways, Pabo.
Anyway, it's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case.
In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same? Hi, hello, Hylian. And how are you doing? How are you doing, Hylian?
What? That's impossible.
And Pika, hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Pika!
Try not to do the Greek game too much there. You're gonna be here all night.
It looks like he didn't know after all.
This piece of evidence in which we call the Yatagarasu's key is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
Guess so.
Playing Mario 64 Pika and took a food break. Aw, hope you had fun.
Pretty good, pretty good.
hey.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was in fact a knife.
Yeah, I'd have to admit, neither one of us knew the fact. If neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a while ago you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect the key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that this key is what took Faraday's life?
Detective Bad, so that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more.
Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened, nothing will change.
Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer's still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this.
That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. Not cute, Darius. How are you doing, Darius, though? Welcome on in. And find the truth behind this case. Alright.
Here we go.
Detective Bad's
I'll be right back. I'm
moment.
good. Night.
I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. But I was hit the whole time. What? We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. We heard it, you and I immediately dashed down to the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Alright, well, time to press him.
Alright. Let's do it.
Alright. Hold it! Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me.
Who No, she just said she had something that she wanted to talk to me about. And we walked to lobby number 1 together, that's all.
So his answer remains the same as before, I see. Alright.
Hold
it! Hold it! I was hoping that you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu.
Trivial stuff, there was nothing important.
That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then. Alright.
Yeah, that's like...
Alright, hold it! Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary?
Didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. Oh wait, wait a minute. The balloon.
Yeah, Kay's balloon.
Yeah.
A rubber balloon, of course.
If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one for the murder, that would give that other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now.
Sure.
Alright. Alright,
Use
let's...
that balloon.
Alright.
The fuck?
I'm back, I got a snack.
Hey,
Wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. Alright. Objection! Yep. The balloon piece. Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything?
same color as the one Kay was holding.
Oh? So you knew about the girl's balloon?
Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery during the recess, just before we split up. I filled that balloon up for her.
Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon.
So, what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. By the way, since we're in the past, I'm using the original OST instead of the arranged. This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
Oh, so the sound the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh?
On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene.
Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well.
So?
What? Don't give me a so!
We can prove that there was a flaw in your testimony!
Cracking up the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet, naive cracking. And you keep cracking. Since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? It's because they were designed to keep secrets from being
released. What is that supposed to mean?
The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of special sound-absorbing material.
Then you mean...
If I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound.
Whoa.
Ugh! I knew that's what he was going to say.
Then that means the scruffy testimony is completely useless! If the rounds are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sound of smoke!
No!
It's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon pop. Now do you get it, kids?
Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic! Not the other way around!
The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if we're in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot?
What do you mean, how? I just did.
It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words.
Oh, how so?
If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
harder than I had thought.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it mean? What does it all boil down to?
It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot that they theoretically couldn't have.
It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh?
State of the crime scene? Wait, can it be?
That ultra-strong perfume you wear, she spilled some of it.
Oh,
we're getting
logic.
Ooh.
Okay.
One logic.
Oh,
Alright.
perhaps?
Wah! And way too noisy!
Surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappeared? Where did it go?
We have connective tissue
Alright.
now. Let's go.
Alright, so lobby number 2 window.
With that smell. The scent of flowers.
Over here and then the.
Alright. Alright, let's go.
The thing is flower.
It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through the barred windows, and yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows.
Yeah.
Alright.
Interesting.
So,
Anything else?
an open window
Open window
And
and very loud
sound.
television.
with a very loud television.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright, let's try this. Now then, what else besides the smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations.
So in total,
The missing evidence. Oh!
And
Maybe?
That's
the
let's see it.
Alright. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence in that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place.
Miles, what have you been thinking about?
It's been like an hour.
Stop wasting time thinking, and let's start looking again.
It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look.
And where would that be?
I believe we should examine the television.
BB. Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you want. So, to be clear, we did that whole string of evidence, that whole song and dance there, just to look at the VCR which we already looked at.
Alright. Earlier, when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made a most terrible racket.
You mean when Scruffy turned the television on, right?
Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops. At least, it did to me.
I wonder why that is.
The VCR.
Yep. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside.
It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end.
This tape, could it not be the missing surveillance tape?
I suppose. But
Detective Bad, would it be alright if I verified the contents of this video?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
alright then. Let's rewind this and see what we have.
If I remember correctly, footage of Ralph killing the embassy staff member should be at about 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
Understood. This should be about right. Now let's see.
That.
This is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the ambassador staff member.
I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along.
Now, what's the meaning of this?
It appears that Detective Bat has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
You mean that you figured out it all out?
Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bat and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
Fine. In that case, show me what you deduced.
Now, to show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Alright.
The window?
The window. Yes, the window.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, wait. Yeah, well, that video proves it off. Yeah.
Alright. Maybe we show this?
Yeah.
Eureka! If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room and what that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gunshot and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. The courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing as it were.
However, what happened in reality was, Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby number 1, number 2, and the hallways were open. So naturally, the people in those locations should hear it.
Ah, but then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
Well, why was it necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. Or was it the killer wanted to manipulate the perception of? The murder weapon. Definitely.
No.
Oh?
When it took place.
When the crime scene
Because think
took
about
place.
it. We had a balloon, and we also had the gunshot go off, but it wasn't
Oh,
an
yeah.
actual gunshot.
True! Okay, good catch. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left for money.
I mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video.
Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer!
Ooh, very good.
Nice.
Oh.
Bailiff again. Bailiff. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, what is it?
Miss Yu is asking for you. She is in the courtroom. You wants you. She says that she... I thought you were gonna make a joke, like...
Yeah, no. Wait, I'm right here.
I already know
Why do I
me.
want me? Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
She says that she's... identified, okay. She says she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over.
I'll
come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
All right.
And let's
this is the
do
last
it!
Part.
The last part, let's do this! Woo!
For one of the shorter ones it said on there, it was a long case.
Yes, it was.
September 10th, 6:15 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Ah! Ow! Kin! Ow! Cat! Ow!
What?
All right.
Oh,
Maybe Kitty
Kay's
Shark
over
Like
there.
a lot of people are here, so that's cool.
Oh, man.
Alright. Alright, I'll let you do Young K for now, Fen.
Okay.
Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already...
Hold it. Okay. Don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, no, she's gone. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for?
It means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer. Any little task will do.
Oh? You're more sympathetic than I thought.
I'm the judge now. I count as one. I'm up here.
Alright, Ben, you want to try Callisto?
Alright, I'll try you. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Wasn't that what placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you?
Well, we'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds.
Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And why even Mr. I just said
Ben?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you lagged out a bit for a
I said
bit.
it.
Yeah, no, we heard you. It's just you lagged out a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Hey, you viewer in the gallery, I hardly set the my standard.
I have to see this case through to you. No matter how it turns out.
Oh? Is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've lived away to find out. I take a statement on every single person's movement. During this time when our suspect was in the hallway, I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all you have?
Yeah. That's all there is to my conclusion. And this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think?
Oh, microphone. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know why it's not
You
picking
have
up.
noise cancellation on. It's gonna do that.
I'm
because
turning
it
this
doesn't
off.
want to say that. It doesn't want to say
this
like
stupid
laughing
noise.
is a word.
I know. I'm turning the stupid noise suppression off because it's getting absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright. Okay. How? Oh, even though the noise suppression off, it's still doing
I think it's
that.
something else then. It's some natural thing that it has. It's fine. Keep going.
Yeah.
Wait.
You can just do like mechanical laughing for a bit there. You don't have to do the motion bit of it.
I just read it.
Okay.
Did the microphone not pick it up?
Don't talk loud. Talk methodically.
I'm trying. I don't know what is happening.
Do you have that gain control?
I'm turning it back
the
on.
input sensitivity. Turn that down.
Right. I think that might be it.
Yeah, turn that.
I
Turn
have
up the
input
manual,
volume.
turn it down. Okay, now go.
Alright. But, alright. I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Alright.
Confused argument.
Everyone, since the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off.
Oh, you were ready to have a bad time with that. Oh, okay. That's what Sans was.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. Even
Yeah,
though
you're
this
good.
game came out before Undertale.
Oh yeah. It's
Furthermore,
Sans
the
music
areas around the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? Also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby 2. Lobby number 2. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion, that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course. There's no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve.
yeah.
Alright.
So I guess just press everything here and see what comes up.
Alright.
A trump card.
Yep. Hold
I
it!
was hungry for a moment there.
Suspect, but I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I assure you, this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? The problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate?
Yeah.
Corroborate?
Yeah, I think so.
Corroborate what he did since the snacking.
I see she's done her research well, which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Alright. Hold it! Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
The scrunched eyebrows and lines in your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive,
Yeah.
Yes.
hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claims to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through the window and into the garden?
That's the first place everyone looked, silly. The police aren't a bunch of low bums. They looked into every possibility, you know? Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. More than a scrap of evidence suggests someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden.
I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. Alright. Hold it! Hold it! Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, a place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense.
But that you do the bit more of it in the future.
Ah! Alright.
I think it was on the back of the head.
Hold it! You may think it's unshakable, but to me, there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one who's still wondering about that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write in. Even
Well,
if you know
it's Gumshoe.
someone, doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right?
No, we have a fountain pen.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Franziska or myself speaking with you about the subject.
But there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi.
I see.
As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess. It was stopped by a security guard at the door of the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, so I
am the daughter of Manfred von Pabo. And I will not be forcibly trapped by a guard, a bailiff, or anyone else.
Wait, so basically the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty?
What about them?
Have you looked into what people were doing during the span of the time?
What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when the crime took place.
Objection! Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1, care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
It's the video.
Is it?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video.
Yeah, take that!
Yes. That tape.
Well, that's a new animation.
That tape?
Yes. It's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented today in today's trial. This was found loaded in a video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to a large television that had its volume turned all the way up.
You can't honestly mean that sound we heard was the gunshot in the video.
Ah, but I do, which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot.
That's the only thing I can think of, too.
After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection! Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right?
We knew, didn't we, Mills?
Yes, of course. We knew about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until only a little while ago.
That's right. And if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's it. End of story.
But it's not. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The window was open.
The window was open.
There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2, and that is despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open.
Objection! Oh, microphone. it's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time.
Objection! It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something that caused the window to be opened. And the person who triggered that action is that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder has to be Callisto. Has to be you! Literally! Take that!
Yeah.
Miss Callisto, you. I hereby formally indict you for the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel.
You indict me?
You think she's the killer?
I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious, because she's the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Oh!
Of course I do, is it?
Look at her putting more of the makeup on.
My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although, I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttals now, right?
Use refusal.
You argued that the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did it?
Yes, we did.
Furthermore,
Yes.
do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime?
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours.
I think I know the answer.
This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. Alright.
First statement. I believe it was her perfect.
Yeah.
Basically,
I think what we really
Right.
need is
Save
that perfume logic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just gotta present that other statement with a lot of perfume.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright, let's try this. Alright.
Objection!
Objection! As I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu?
Oh, Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know.
Well, this isn't mine.
That's right. It's mine. And I received it from Detective Bad. You see?
Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
And that's just super easy to pile up. So, what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad.
Oh, I know.
You also knew that if you spilled it, he naturally would naturally move to open a window.
Objection! Come now. I've already told you that all... Sorry. I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection!
Objection! The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you can control. And the most important fact about this case is when people who were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1, when you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss Yu! Oh, she messed up her makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting it.
You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume? Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday.
Would you care to testify as to why? I bequeath a boot to the head. Hello, Slushy. Welcome on into the stream, pal. Hope you're doing well.
Hi.
Hello.
Look, I've had a lot of fun today. Really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all.
In more ways than one.
Why it would be me?
Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma.
Excuse?
In any case, it simply couldn't have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from.
What's yeah.
Miles, her testimony. Flawless.
Yes,
Nope.
but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't. But no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. Well, excuse me, princess. That's pretty much what Callisto is saying.
Wait, I want to back the last statement. I'm thinking it might be the key that turned into the knife. Could it?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Alright, let's press this.
Hold
Hold
Let's
it!
press that.
Oh, at this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one to kill Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Slushy.
Yeah.
Boop's back.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Miles, what do you think you're doing?
I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing.
Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today.
Not cute, Silver. Also, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something that Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
So that's what you're trying to do?
Exactly, Slushy. I'm handsome.
Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key that Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on.
You just gave that wide open.
You really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest.
You can laugh at your own mess up there, Callisto, because you literally set yourself up by saying that. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony.
Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you like.
Just had some birthday ice cream? Well, it was your birthday? Well, if so, happy birthday, Silver.
Happy birthday, Silver!
Alright, now we present the key, finally.
Yep.
Present it.
Which was the one I...
It's
I
the
think we
knife,
gotta
it's the
present
knife.
the key.
Well, it says it has the secret ability to change the key, yeah. Anyways, let's try. Objection!
There we go.
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it, in fact, has the secret ability to transform into a knife. which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. It is my birthday. I turned 24. Yeah! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, microphone. Yeah!
You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not?
Yes.
Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu's key...
Objection!
Okay.
I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know.
You would, even now, still feign ignorance?
I'm not praying ignorance. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime without false evidence. Now can we? You mean Mr. Von Karma? I mean, Mr. Von Karma. I've heard some very interesting rumors about you.
You mocking my papa?
Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor! Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real.
Wow. Who knew there was such a trick to...
Are you satisfied now? But of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, the something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police, how did you have knowledge as to what it was?
Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Vell off, he told me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at the time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transformed.
Objection! What are you saying is simply not possible.
Oh? And why not?
Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. But within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection! Well, I'm not sure if he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better be left to oral communication?
Objection! Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition?
Well, yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse.
How can you laugh at a time like this?
He probably didn't realize the fraud or logic, and is actually in the panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real killer, the real nature of the knife.
Oh. Do you know? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. Whoa, Edgeworth! This is it. The moment of truth. The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. Only one person would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who wouldn't know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife?
The Yatagarasu themselves.
Yep, the Yatagarasu themselves. Take that! There was only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself.
You're saying that the lawyer is the great thief Yakarasu?
Miss you. You used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who professed to bear a grudge against the criminals, why? Why do something like this?
Oh no.
Not a breakdown.
Oh, my microphone's not picking up the laugh.
She's breaking out.
Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I snuck into some place.
You. Wait, what did I just say? Anyway, you killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto, you!
Callisto, you, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief, Yaragarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity. Which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Vel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do is accuse me of the Yaragarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Vel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through the crack in the door. That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held into Vel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both.
But didn't you say that you despise criminals?
But do I really?
You. Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too?
Maybe.
Wood!
So then, it was your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent?
Well, I had no good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Vel wasn't the Yaragarasu by using Miss Yaragarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it to him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well designed as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 in the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. In order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key, just like that. He never noticed. Oh, there, my brain slowed down. He never noticed that I changed the key into a knife inside a plastic bag. And it didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
How could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, then there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rell as well.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness. And how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other.
Then the trick with the surveillance tape.
Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet.
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client?
Oh, microphone.
Yeah.
Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of Kodopian. Was that right?
Kodopian.
Kodopian.
Oh, Kodopian. I was the client in the murder of the Kodopian embassy staff member, Dead Man.
You ordered a hit job?
Still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about that smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think benefited from such an assassination?
Can't be. You're...
That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring.
What? How could this?
You don't mean you're working with me and Kojin too, do you?
Maybe, maybe not. Guess you'll never know.
You're claim to be noble, and you're just another cold-blooded murder.
Oh, microphone. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer.
What you want to believe. Be quiet, you.
Yatagarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court.
Yeah, that's a problem though.
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is?
Hopscotch.
No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work.
So do birds.
Oh!
Oh, that's a derringer.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! I just got goosebumps with that. Holy crap!
You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought.
Oh my god!
And that's why he's laughing the whole time, because there was no way of...
Yep. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. Along with
Yeah.
taking your life.
You mean the key was your real target?
Ah, even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal?
Franziska, now would be a good time to get in her face.
Or
And
celebrate what comes of your negligence.
Oh,
yeah, there's only so much. You two, get down.
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, my body. I can't move. I can't move. I'll have Star do okay now.
You're to your right.
On your left. You.
Edgeworth. Okay, you dodged. Thank goodness. Are you all right, Franziska?
I'm totally fine, Miles.
Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Hmm? Where did Kay go? No! No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
September 10, 7 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
I'm fine. Sorry, it looks like she got away. Called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon.
Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot.
I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket.
You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken.
More importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, this phone Karma. Are you too hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay.
Speaking of Kay, where is she?
I don't know. She just sort of disappeared.
Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir.
Should I do
Sorry,
bad?
Yeah,
sorry, I doubted you. Yeah,
you got Judge. He's here.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. Heard about what happened. Okay. Lying or giving testimony is still unforgivable.
Salary cutting noises.
But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. I have what it takes to be a real detective. Holy. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops!
Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment.
I should get back to the investigation. I swear, if I catch, I'll catch you if it's the last thing
Macro
I'll do.
Pika, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Welcome on into the stream. Hope you're doing well. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care.
Thing. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
I love that salute from Gumshoe.
Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best.
Yep.
You really did find out the truth behind everything.
Yeah, Matt, yeah, I'll talk to you after stream if you want. Oh yeah, and by the way, sometime next week, I am going to be joining Matt on his channel to do voice acting for his first playthrough of Investigations, so
Cool.
yay!
We are still in the middle of this.
Yeah, it is.
I said my line.
Yes, well, I am glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison.
I can't believe how much trouble I caused with you. With my testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
Ah, it was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so it didn't help anything. Not really your fault, Your Honor.
Even if we didn't have his honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective.
Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give it all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me.
You did? Ooh, what is it?
Well, was it that Kay left for me the proof of their friendship?
The Swiss roll.
Yep.
yep, the roll.
Take that!
Kids, it's a Korra special Swiss roll. Can I really have it?
Yes, and it's a present meant for you after all.
Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now.
Sure, go ahead.
I actually really want to get Swiss roll later.
The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the hearts of this detective.
He's so happy. It's a thought he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him.
Ooh, that was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta think Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she?
He only noticed that just now. The chamber finds the Detective Gumshoe not guilty on count 1 murder, not guilty on count 2 murder. All other charges will be dropped. Okay.
Anyway.
You only discussed that now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first. You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement.
We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa.
Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Right, sir, and don't you worry. I'll investigate this case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me.
Oh no.
Boy.
But I suppose that's just how things are.
Anyway, so I disconnected. The kitten did.
Wait.
I just unplugged my PC.
You're fine, you're fine. We'll keep going.
As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now...
Well...
And we're just back to the present like that.
Zoom, 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 and here.
No.
I can do K. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
So, do you remember now?
Yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while.
Hey, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course. But thank goodness, I thought you had totally forgotten about me.
No, I was really worried about you after all that. Where you been all this time?
Dummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all alright.
So, does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelf recently and...
Hold it! Hold it! Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Wait, what?
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 I had a feeling, but...
What?
Huh? Wait,
What?
but why did...
Then...
I think she
Okay,
was...
keep going.
Oh,
No, keep going, keep going. Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu.
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That's why I written in the diary, and that's how I know for sure.
Why was Callisto, like, taking it in like that, though?
Oh, I think I know why. I think I have a feeling that she was trying to take the name of the Yatagarasu.
Ah, that could make sense, because she was saying that, oh, Yatagarasu's a killer, ha 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 ha, no. But I did have a feeling that was BS, but still, like, was really surprising because it was really set in stone. Yeah, but that's impossible.
What's with that look? Don't you believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing.
Yep, that little thing. Truth to be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh?
Yep, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you?
Here, Ms. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card?
Yeah, meaning that the person is a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a party card out.
But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wounded up. And I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and misused identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. And if I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Okay.
Hey, you're so honorable.
Oh my god. This is making me like...
Glad you agree with me. No, I'm saying your name. I wasn't agreeing to anything.
This is making me like Kay even more now. Wow.
I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal.
Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. If you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Silver, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Orange Heart Tribe. Hope you're doing well. Oh, wait.
Mr. Edgeworth. You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Miss Edgeworth, what am I... sorry. What I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of the evil woman.
That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Just maybe. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, Won't you help me?
Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Then you mean...
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you.
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great cake?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy.
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with their chummy relationship? The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Byrne Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu, and the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Wow!
Oh,
that was the
great.
best case of this game so far. Holy crap!
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
Yes.
Alright.
Now get ready for it, because we're gonna have that kind of case again, and then another 7, and then another double on top of that.
Indeed.
This is gonna take forever.
I think the story is getting
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
for me.
The final one, Turnabout
Turnabout
Ablaze.
But we're gonna be starting that next time, ladies and gentlemen. With
Yeah.
that, oh, dude, I have something out, but let me just do something real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for this stream. This is probably my best stream. Great way to kick off this year. I am so excited to do more streams for you all. We're gonna be doing Night in the Woods. I'm gonna be announcing my next streaming schedule probably tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on things. But with that said, please join my Discord if you haven't already to get notified when I do. And as always, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. Well, we'll not be back next week. We'll be back whenever I see you next. But of course, Ace Attorney always happens every Sunday. With that said, let's find someone to raid. And I have a feeling who's live right now. Let's raid. You know what? Let's raid someone I haven't raided yet. How about my good buddy Kazuma G Shop? Yep. / raid Kazuma G Shop. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, ready up, Raiders! Alright, thank you all so much for sticking around with me. We will be back next time with some more games, whatever we play, but a new chapters beginning for my Twitch streaming, as well as my entire content creation journey. I cannot wait for you all to be a part of it. Thank you so much. This has been DJ Foxy. Till next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Salam,
Good one.
salam, folks. Take care.
Alright. Minute or second.